Okay, I am laughing because I thought this was recording and it wasn't. So we're going to do this segment again. Luckily, it is a fun one. You're going to love this one. And I think you can already tell I'm bringing the energy. If you are new here, welcome. I am Lauren Zbig and I'm the founder of LessonPlanToolbox.com, where we help primary teachers master classroom management easily, effectively, and consistently. Day in and day out, that is what we are, that is who we serve. Inside our membership, teachers get one-on-one support from us. They simply fill out a Google form during the school day. Within 48 hours, we reply either via video, voice messaging, however. They get the strategies, resources, and suggestions on how to implement the behavior modification without having to take the time to do the research online at home. We do all that for them. That is what we do. This can all be done during the school day, which is what makes this more magical. Fill out your Google form during the school day, and then of course you can listen to the reply during school if you want, or at home. But once a week, we do general questions that come up from the community and like to share the answers with all of you just so you get a small dose of what we do, who we are, and what we serve. This one I think you are going to love, and I purposely have it scheduled for now because the holiday season is fast approaching us, okay? So this segment is going to be called To Gift or Not to Gift? That is the question. Let's get into it. Okay, the holiday season often prompts teachers to consider whether to give gifts to their students or not. And while gift giving can be a meaningful gesture, many teachers wonder if it's necessary, what type of gifts are appropriate, and how they can simplify the process. That's a big one. So this week we are going to address these questions, hopefully help you make thoughtful, practical decisions that suit your values, your budget, and your time. We are not adding any more stress to our plates in the holiday season, okay? So the first question we are going to handle or talk about is giving holiday gifts to students necessary? Here is our take on this. Giving holiday gifts is a personal choice, not a requirement at all. If you want to consider some suggestions for help to decide if it's right in your classroom, we're going to give you some thoughts that you can take into consideration, but there is no right or wrong answer, okay? And it might depend on the group of students you have. Trust me, I know, I've been there. There have been some students where I was like, they have worked so hard for me, I want to do something special for them. And then there are some where I'm like, you break every single thing I have brought into this classroom. The last thing I want to do is go out and spend more money on you so you can break whatever gift I'm giving you. So keep that in mind too. This is completely a personal preference from where you are at right now in 2024 as you're watching this, okay? However, as you're making considerations, first thing I want to make you aware of is not all students celebrate the same holidays. So your gifts need to be inclusive and avoid symbols tied to specific traditions. Be mindful of that. Second, recognize that holiday gifts shouldn't be a financial burden for you. Your presence, your encouragement, your care throughout the year mean more to your students than any material item you can give them. Do not put yourself in debt. Do not stretch your budget over gifts for your students, no matter what the other teachers in your building are doing, okay? Next up, for many teachers, small gifts are just a way to show students appreciation and build that positive classroom culture. So if giving gifts fits with your classroom values, it can be a great way to end the semester, but it doesn't have to be. If gift giving doesn't feel feasible for you for whatever reason, you can consider organizing a holiday themed, making time for students to exchange kind words or notes with each other, okay? You're creating that warm atmosphere without the pressure of gift giving, and we're going to talk more about how to implement that later in this segment. So the next question we're going to cover is what types of gifts are appropriate. If you decide to give gifts, Simplicity and inclusivity are key. So I'm going to give you some suggestions about appropriate and hopefully some inexpensive gift ideas. First up are books and personalized bookmarks. Books can be a wonderful gift that promote literacy, obviously, and aligns with your classroom values. So you can choose a book that suits your student's age range, or you might have a specific classroom book that everyone loves. And then by adding just that personalized bookmark with a note from you, it just makes it feel a little more special. If it's too much, do what works for you, right? A great book to choose might be The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson, because it encourages self-acceptance, and then you can include a note explaining why you think it's meaningful, okay? Another one, I've done this one before. Actually, this was my go-to for many, many years. Stationery or art supplies, right? Pencils, crayons, those little mini notebooks. They're functional and they're fun gifts that your students can use in the classroom. And then if you just add a little festive ribbon with it or a personalized sticker with each child's name on it, it can make it feel even more special. Not that much time on your end. So just real quick, you would just take a pair of fun pencil with a pair of fun pencil with a mini notebook, and then have them use it. Like, encourage them to use it for their writing journal over break. This one I love. Because we do this at the end of the year and of the school year, but we don't do it in December. We're halfway through the year. Why aren't we doing this? So you can create personalized certificates of appreciation for each student. This is where you're going to highlight those one or two positive qualities that you've observed. We do this at the end of the year, but we don't do this in December, and they're going to love it just as much, right? You're recognizing students for their unique strengths, and it's just incredibly meaningful and a memorable gift for them, okay? You could have certificates of creativity, certificate of friendship for those students who promote positivity in your classroom, right? The Positive Helper Award. Add a little note just to make it feel a little bit more personal. The next one, I've done this one before. This one is a no-cost one, super simple, super easy, and students love it. Class coupons. Coupons are free and kids love them. So you could create simple coupons that your students can redeem for special privileges. It could be extra reading time, sit by a friend for a day. These can add excitement, and they're a fun way for students to look forward to coming back to school in January, okay? I don't want to say next semester because it might not be the end of your semester, but you get the idea. Offer a homework pass. Or it could be teacher helper for a day coupon. And then you can print or handwrite them and just have like a festive font if you choose, okay? Another fun thing to do if your school allows it is food for just a small gift, right? You can bring in individually wrapped treats just for a festive choice. Keep it inclusive and avoid those holiday-themed items. Choose universally popular snacks like popcorn or fruit snacks or granola bars, but kids love this one. And then the fun thing to do is just get a bag and decorate it with a winter theme, and then just write a little note. Thanks for making this semester a blast. So simple. Sign your name. Boom. Done. They'll love it. They'll love it. Okay, so the third question that we're going to cover in this segment is, how do I make gift giving simple and stress-free? I can't handle anymore, especially our first-year teachers out there. So here's the thing. The key to successful stress-free gift giving is preparation and personalization within your comfort zone. Your comfort zone. I'm going to give you an idea of what to do. Adjust it, tweak it, do what suits you, okay? First thing, set a modest budget. You decide on a budget and you stick to it. Choose items that are meaningful but affordable. Remember that those small, thoughtful gifts can be just as meaningful and just as impactful as those more elaborate items that they're probably going to break. If a budget is limited, handmade, DIY options work just as well. The next thing you want to do is batching and personalization, right? So consider batching your gifts to save time. This means that you would create all your personalized bookmarks or your class coupons in one sitting. Add a brief handwritten message on each gift, even if it's just happy holidays from Miss Began, sign your name. It's going to bring that touch of personalization without too much effort, extra effort on your part. Watch a Hallmark movie, sit down, get it done during the Hallmark movie. You will love it. 2 birds, 1 stone. The next thing you could do, and this is a fun one, is organize a gift-making activity with your students, right? So if you're pressed for time or resources, get your students involved in the gift-making activity. Have them help you craft holiday cards or make a classroom banner, okay? It's going to double as fun, but it's also a festive project that engages your students and it keeps them excited. What does this look like in the classroom? Real simple. Have students create a holiday card for one another. Pull the name. This is who you're decorating a card for. Write them a positive message. And then you're not only getting your holiday gift going, but you're also promoting kindness. And again, that inclusivity while saving on costs. Another thing you can do, and I did this during COVID, if you want a more modern touch, is consider sending a holiday digital message or e-certificate that your students can view at home with their family. So if you use the Classroom Communication app, you could share a holiday video or interactive quiz for students to enjoy over the break. And then, this could even come during break, right? Like, oh, you thought I forgot about you. I can never forget about you. And then you leave them a little holiday message, okay? The fourth question that came up is, what are ways to celebrate without gifts? It's just not in my budget. So if holiday gifts don't feel necessary or feasible for you, there are ways to celebrate and create that sense of joy in the classroom. Most of these are no cost. Some might have very minimal costs involved if you so choose. First and foremost, do a classroom celebration focusing with games, right? Organize a little party where your students can participate in fun activities like a winter-themed bingo or scavenger hunt. It's going to make for that memorable day that they want without the need for individual gifts. You might have a little treat if somebody wins, but that's all you need. This next one is my favorite one. Ever since this came into my life, it will forever and ever be how I end that last day before the break. Holiday read aloud and pajama party. You invite your students to wear pajamas, bring a favorite book, and join in for a cozy end of the school day reading session. It is relaxing, it is enjoyable, it is a calm classroom environment while you're celebrating the holiday season. It is a magical way to end the day. They love it. They are ready to leave you in a calm manner, and you can cover your reading objectives because they're bringing in that book from home. This next one we talked about last week, it's hosting a gratitude circle. This is where your students share one thing they appreciate about the class or each other. And again, you're reinforcing that positivity and it's helping your students to connect on a deeper level. This fourth one here is a little bit of preparation on the front end, but students love it. You would create a 12 Days of Kindness challenge, which is when your students try to complete a small act of kindness each day leading up to the holidays. And then you could recognize their efforts with small acknowledgments, such as a sticker or maybe extra reading time. Totally up to you, okay? The whole point of this is making the holiday gifts meaningful and manageable for you. Holiday gift giving in the classroom is entirely optional, and it's important to remember that it's the thought that counts, not the material item. We forget that. So whether you choose to give simple gifts or you organize a classroom activity or you skip those gifts altogether, your students are going to feel valued through your presence and your encouragement. Remember, we always say the energy we give off is the energy we get back. So focus on creating just that warm classroom environment that celebrates the joy of learning, that builds those connections throughout the year. And then by taking just that thoughtful and manageable approach to holiday gifts, you can enjoy the season without added stress. Keep the focus on kindness and gratitude and community building in the classroom rather than worrying about what Miss Smith is doing down the hallway or what, that popular teacher is giving her classroom. You are not in competition with her. Your job is to love those students in front of you and to serve them as best as you see fit. Okay? And what you do is going to look very different than that other classroom. But I'm telling you, the connections you're making and that sense of community and those words of encouragement, that positivity you're bringing to the classroom are going to go a whole lot further than whatever material item the popular teacher is giving to her class. They are going to remember you for a much longer sense of time because of how you're making them feel. And we so often overlook that. Okay, so that's just a generalization. Again, if you're inside our community, if you're not inside our community, doors are opening in January. You can get in. This could be a great holiday gift to yourself or ask somebody to gift it to you. Head to lessonplantoolbox.com. And if you go under membership, there's all different kinds of things to do. There is even a way, if you want somebody to give this to you, we have Sponsor a Teacher. They can sponsor you for a year-long membership inside our community. What a great way to kick off coming back to school in January when you don't have the feels and we have to bring you the energy to get you amped up, excited, and ready to teach again. That is what we do. At any rate, those of you inside the community, any questions you have that are coming up, you fill out your Google form. We will reply to you within 48 hours with tips, resources, suggestions, strategies, and how to handle classroom behavior, classroom situations that come up for you. This is what we do. This is who we serve. Anything we can do to alleviate the stress and burden of teaching off of your plate, and we can do it for you, we will. That's what we are all about. So thank you again for being here. Thank you again for serving our students. I say it over and over again. You are highly undervalued. You have probably one of the most important jobs in the world, and that is why I choose to serve you. So have a great holiday season. Keep reaching out to us if you have more questions with this topic. We're happy to answer. Until next week, teach, relax, repeat.